Shoaib Akhtar was born on August 13, 1975, in Rawalpindi, Punjab, Pakistan, into a modest family. Raised in a small village near Rawalpindi, Shoaib's childhood was marked by poverty, which instilled in him a strong determination to succeed. Known for his boundless energy, Shoaib developed an early interest in cricket, often playing with friends in the streets of his neighborhood. Despite limited resources, Shoaib's raw talent as a fast bowler was evident from a young age. He idolized legendary pacers like Imran Khan and Wasim Akram and dreamt of representing Pakistan on the global stage. Shoaib's journey to professional cricket began when he joined the Rawalpindi Cricket Association, where his fiery pace and aggressive approach caught the attention of selectors. International debut and early struggles. Shoaib Akhtar made his Test debut against West Indies in 1997 and his ODI debut against Zimbabwe the same year. Though his debut performances were modest, his pace, which regularly exceeded 150 km/h, generated significant buzz in the cricketing world. The early years of his career were a mixture of promise and inconsistency. Injuries and questions about his fitness plagued Shoaib's progress, but his ability to bowl at breakneck speeds kept him in contention for a permanent spot in the team. Career peak. The fastest bowler in history, breaking the 100 mph barrier. Shoaib Akhtar's career reached its zenith in the early 2000s when he became the first bowler to officially break the 100 mph, 161.33 km/h barrier during the 2003 Cricket World Cup against England. This achievement cemented his reputation as the fastest bowler in cricket history. Key performances 1999. Kolkata Test. Shoaib delivered one of his most memorable performances against India during the Asian Test Championship in Kolkata. His twin dismissals of Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar with consecutive deliveries showcased his lethal combination of pace and swing. Pakistan won the match, and Shoaib became a national hero. 2002 series against New Zealand. Shoaib's fiery spells against New Zealand, where he claimed 6-11 in Lahore, exemplified his match-winning capabilities. 2003 Cricket World Cup. Though Pakistan had a disappointing campaign, Shoaib's electrifying pace and ability to rattle batsmen stood out, making him one of the tournament's most feared bowlers. IPL and domestic success. Shoaib also showcased his talent in domestic leagues, including the Indian Premier League, IPL. Representing the Kolkata Knight Riders, he produced a match-winning performance against Delhi Daredevils, taking 4 wickets for just 11 runs, proving his ability to dominate even in the shortest format. Main achievements. International records. Shoaib Akhtar represented Pakistan in 46 Test matches, taking 178 wickets at an average of 25.69, with 12 5-wicket hauls. In ODIs, he played 163 matches, claiming 247 wickets with a best performance of 6/16 against New Zealand. His sheer speed and aggressive bowling style made him a nightmare for batsmen worldwide, especially on flat tracks where other bowlers struggled. Fastest ball in cricket. Breaking the 100 mph barrier remains one of Shoaib's most iconic achievements, a record that still stands today. This feat earned him global recognition and the nickname, the Rawalpindi Express. Charismatic personality. Shoaib's flamboyant persona, on-field theatrics, and outspoken nature made him one of the most popular cricketers of his era. His ability to entertain fans with his aggressive bowling and showmanship transcended the sport. Challenges and controversies. Shoaib Akhtar's career was as tumultuous as it was remarkable. He faced several challenges, including injuries. Persistent knee and back problems frequently sidelined him, affecting his consistency and longevity. Disciplinary issues. Shoaib was often at odds with team management and the Pakistan Cricket Board, PCB. He was fined and suspended multiple times for breaches of discipline. Ball tampering allegations. Shoaib faced accusations of ball tampering during his career, which tarnished his reputation. Bans. In 2008, Shoaib received a 5-year ban from the PCB for criticizing the board, though the ban was later reduced. Despite these challenges, Shoaib remained a fierce competitor, earning respect for his resilience and determination. Final years and retirement. Shoaib's career began winding down in the late 2000s. He struggled with injuries and declining pace, which limited his effectiveness. His final international appearance came during the 2011 Cricket World Cup, where he announced his retirement mid-tournament. Though Pakistan reached the semi-finals, Shoaib's performances were subdued and he bowed out of cricket without much fanfare. His departure marked the end of an era for one of the game's most thrilling fast bowlers. Life after cricket media career. Post-retirement, Shoaib Akhtar transitioned into a successful career as a cricket analyst and commentator. Known for his candid opinions and sharp insights, he became a prominent figure in sports media, frequently appearing on television and online platforms. Autobiography. In 2011, Shoaib published his autobiography, Controversially Yours, which detailed his cricketing journey, struggles, and controversies. The book sparked widespread debate for its unfiltered accounts of his experiences. Philanthropy. Shoaib has also been involved in philanthropic activities, including initiatives to support underprivileged children and promote sports in Pakistan. Dale Willem Steyn, born on June 27, 1983, in Phalaborwa, South Africa, is widely regarded as one of the best fast bowlers to ever play the game. Growing up in a region where cricket was not as popular as in other parts of the country, Steyn was initially drawn to athletics. However, his passion for cricket soon took precedence, and he began playing for his local club. His early years were marked by an undeniable talent and a fierce competitiveness that would propel him into the upper echelons of world cricket. Steyn attended Merensky High School, where he began honing his cricketing skills. His talent was noticed early on, and he joined the Limpopo cricket team. His performances in domestic cricket caught the attention of selectors, and in 2003, he made his mark in the South African under-19 team, where his raw pace and ability to swing the ball were already evident. By 2004, Steyn had earned a spot in the Easterns team for the South African domestic cricket scene, and in 2004-2005, he impressed during his time with the Titans, a franchise that would become crucial in his development as a cricketer. His skills quickly made him one of the most promising fast bowling prospects in South Africa. His fierce competitiveness, relentless pace, and ability to generate reverse swings set him apart from his peers, and he quickly made a name for himself as one of the most exciting fast bowlers in the country. Breakthrough and international debut. Dale Steyn made his one-day international (ODI) debut for South Africa in 2005, at the age of 22, against England in a series that showcased his raw talent. His pace and ability to get bounce from the pitch made an immediate impression, and though it took a few games for him to find consistency, the potential was unmistakable. He was soon selected to play in Test cricket as well, making his Test debut in 2004 against England at Newlands in Cape Town. While it took some time for him to establish himself in the longest format, Steyn's talent for extracting pace and bounce from the pitch was undeniable. By the end of 2005, Steyn's performances in domestic cricket, coupled with his impressive showings for South Africa in international limited overs cricket, earned him a permanent place in the South African Test team. His mix of express pace and exceptional seam movement quickly made him a mainstay in the squad. Career peak, dominating world cricket. 2006-2012, establishing himself as the world's best fast bowler. Dale Steyn's career peak began in 2006, when he truly announced himself as one of the world's best fast bowlers. His ability to bowl at blistering speeds, combined with his swing and accuracy, made him an invaluable asset to South Africa. By 2008, he had become the ICC Test Bowler of the Year, a title he would win multiple times in his career. 2008-2009 marked a period of dominance for Steyn, as he was consistently ranked among the top fast bowlers in world cricket. His performances in the 2008-2009 Ashes series were spectacular, where he terrorized England's top-order batsmen with his pace and reverse swing. His form continued to improve as he helped South Africa defeat Australia and establish themselves as one of the best Test teams in the world. Steyn's aggressive, relentless approach was mirrored in his aggressive celebrations, showcasing his passion for his craft. One of Steyn's most famous performances came during South Africa's 2009 tour to Australia, where he played an instrumental role in a historic series win for South Africa. He was the leading wicket-taker in the series and demonstrated his ability to bowl under pressure, capturing some key wickets in crucial moments. His dominance in this series catapulted him into the conversation as one of the premier fast bowlers in the world. In 2010, Steyn was instrumental in South Africa's series win over India, taking several match-winning wickets. His pace and accuracy were vital in helping his team topple the world's #1 ranked team in their own backyard. In the years that followed, Steyn continued to wreak havoc with his pace and reverse swing, breaking records and setting new benchmarks for fast bowlers. 2012, 2014, career highlights and records. By 2012, Steyn had established himself as one of the greatest fast bowlers of his era. His performances against teams like India, England, and Australia further solidified his reputation as a bowler who could dominate on all surfaces, from the bouncy pitches of South Africa to the flat tracks of Asia. He reached the No. 1 spot in the ICC Test rankings for bowlers in 2008, a position he would hold for several years. Steyn's relentless pace and ability to bowl long spells at high speeds set him apart. He reached 400 Test wickets in 2015, becoming one of the fastest bowlers in history to achieve this milestone. His trademark delivery, the lethal in-swinger, caught many of the best batsmen in the world off guard. And his mental toughness under pressure was one of the hallmarks of his career. His career reached its apex in 2013, when he was awarded the ICC Player of the Year and the ICC Test Cricketer of the Year awards, cementing his status as one of the best fast bowlers of the modern era. Main achievements: Test cricket mastery. Steyn took over 439 wickets in Test cricket and remains one of the fastest bowlers to reach 400 wickets in the longest format. ICC Player of the Year, 2013. A major career milestone, when Steyn was awarded one of the top honors in world cricket. ICC Test Bowler of the Year. Multiple times winner, recognized as the world's best bowler on several occasions. Key performances. His performances in South Africa's 2009 tour to Australia, 2010 tour to India, and the 2012 series against England stand as some of the most influential in his career. Final years. Injury struggles and retirement, 2015-2019. The twilight of a career. Dale Steyn's final years were marked by a series of injuries that affected his ability to bowl at the pace he was known for. From 2015 onward, Steyn struggled with injuries to his shoulder and ankle, which sidelined him for extended periods. Despite his continued commitment to returning to full fitness, injuries plagued him, limiting his participation in international cricket. His absence from the team during key series was a blow to South Africa, as the pace bowling department struggled to find a consistent leader. In 2017, Steyn broke the South African record for the most wickets in Test cricket when he surpassed Shaun Pollock's tally of 421 wickets. However, his comeback was short-lived as injury resurfaced, and he was forced to withdraw from several major series, including the 2018 series against India. He made a successful return to international cricket in 2018, taking a vital 5-wicket haul in his comeback Test series against Sri Lanka. But the physical toll of constant injuries was evident. In 2019, Steyn officially announced that he would retire from Test cricket following his final series against Sri Lanka. His last match in the longest format saw him reach the milestone of 439 wickets, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest fast bowlers to ever play the game. Post-retirement and legacy. After retiring from Test cricket, Steyn continued to play in limited overs formats, including the Indian Premier League, IPL, where he represented franchises like Royal Challengers Bangalore and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Steyn remained a prominent figure in the T20 format, showcasing his experience and ability to bowl under pressure. His retirement from Test cricket marked the end of an era for South African fast bowling, with his departure leaving a massive void in the team. In retirement, Steyn has become a respected commentator and analyst, offering his insights into fast bowling and cricketing strategy. His legacy as a fast bowler who could break records, change games, and maintain relentless pressure on the batsman will live on for generations to come. Steyn's impact on world cricket is immeasurable, and his career stands as an example of what can be achieved through raw talent, determination, and an unrelenting will to succeed. He is widely regarded as one of the best fast bowlers in the history of the sport, and his name will forever be synonymous with pace, aggression, and cricketing excellence. Alan Anthony Donald, born on October 20, 1966, in Bloemfontein, South Africa, is widely regarded as one of the greatest fast bowlers in the history of cricket. His rise from humble beginnings in the heart of South Africa to become one of the most feared bowlers in world cricket is a testament to his commitment, hard work, and natural talent. Donald's early years were marked by a passion for sports, and though cricket was his primary focus, he was also a skilled soccer player in his youth. Donald attended the Grey College in Bloemfontein, where he first made his mark in school cricket. Despite being known more for his ability with the ball than his batting, Donald excelled as a fast bowler and quickly caught the attention of local selectors. He joined the Free State cricket team in South Africa's domestic competitions, where his raw pace and aggressive approach began to garner attention. Donald's early years in professional cricket were not without struggles, as he had to fight for a place in the South African national team due to the country's long-standing isolation from international cricket. However, his undeniable pace and wicket-taking ability soon earned him the opportunity to represent his country, making his debut for South Africa in 1991. International debut and early career. Donald made his one-day international (ODI) debut in 1991 against India, and his Test debut came later that year, against West Indies. His entry into international cricket marked the start of what would become an illustrious career. Although his early appearances were modest, Donald's raw talent was evident. He was known for his pace, precision, and an unrelenting attitude towards batsmen, especially on South African pitches, which offered him ample bounce and pace. Despite facing the challenges of international cricket after South Africa's readmission to the sport post-apartheid, Donald soon established himself as a key figure in the national team. His ability to bowl at lightning speed while maintaining a consistent line and length quickly made him one of the most exciting fast bowlers of the early 1990s. Career peak. Dominating world cricket. 1994. 2000. Rise to prominence and career peak. The mid to late 1990s were the defining years of Allan Donald's career. His relentless pace, combined with his ability to swing the ball both ways, made him a bowler to fear across all formats. By 1994, Donald had firmly cemented his place in the South African team and was recognized as one of the most formidable fast bowlers in world cricket. His nickname, White Lightning, reflected the speed and aggression with which he bowled. Donald was a key figure in the 1996 Cricket World Cup, where South Africa reached the semi-finals. Although South Africa did not win the tournament, Donald's performance was a bright spot. His ability to bowl fast deliveries and generate bounce on the typically flat pitches made him a standout performer, even though South Africa's progress in the tournament was thwarted by a controversial rain-affected match. In 1998, Donald's bowling reached its peak. He became the backbone of South Africa's attack and achieved several remarkable milestones, including becoming the fastest South African to reach 300 Test wickets. His aggressive attacking style and his ability to bowl long spells under pressure made him one of the most feared bowlers of his generation. His performances in South Africa's 1998 tour of the West Indies and the 1999 series against England were some of the best of his career, as he took crucial wickets in tight situations and delivered match-winning spells. One of Donald's most memorable performances came in the 1999 World Cup, where South Africa entered a thrilling semi-final clash against Sri Lanka. Donald, who had bowled with great skill throughout the tournament, was one of the standout performers. Though South Africa did not win the tournament, Donald's contribution was immense, and he played a major role in South Africa's strong showing. Donald's prime years were also marked by his ability to bowl consistently at speeds exceeding 150 km/h, 93 mph, earning him recognition as one of the fastest bowlers of his time. He was known for his ability to bowl accurate Yorkers and bouncers, and his aggression on the field often inspired his teammates. Main achievements and records. Over 300 Test wickets. Allan Donald became the first South African fast bowler to take 300 Test wickets, a landmark achievement in South African cricket. ICC Player of the Year. Nominee. Donald's outstanding performances in the late 1990s earned him recognition as one of the best fast bowlers in the world. South Africa's leading bowler. Throughout the 1990s, Donald was consistently South Africa's leading wicket-taker and one of the primary reasons for the team's success during that period. Iconic spells. Donald was renowned for his ability to produce memorable spells in crucial moments, such as his relentless efforts against Australia, the West Indies, and England. Aggressive and impactful bowling. Donald's impact as a bowler was not just in terms of wickets but his ability to break partnerships and dictate the tempo of the game. 2001 to 2004, declining form and final years. While Donald remained a potent force for South Africa in the early 2000s, his later years were marked by injuries and the wear and tear that comes with a career spent bowling at high speeds. Despite this, Donald continued to perform for his country, although his pace began to dip slightly, and his career became increasingly interrupted by injuries. His fitness issues during the 2002-2003 seasons led to some frustration, as he found himself sidelined at crucial moments. Yet, his leadership and experience were invaluable to the team. In 2003, Donald was part of the South African squad in the 2003 Cricket World Cup. The tournament, held in South Africa, marked a bittersweet moment in Donald's career as his country was eliminated in the group stages, failing to advance despite expectations. Donald's own performances remained solid, but his body began to show signs of the intense career he had had up to that point. By 2004, Donald announced that he would be retiring from international cricket. His final Test match came against West Indies, where his farewell was marked by a fitting tribute from his teammates and opposition alike. Donald's ability to generate bounce, swing, and sheer pace was still evident in his final days on the international circuit. Post-retirement and legacy. After his retirement from international cricket, Allan Donald remained active in the sport, taking on coaching and mentoring roles. He became involved in both domestic South African cricket and coaching roles in other countries, where his experience and knowledge of fast bowling were highly sought after. Donald also worked with South Africa's national teams as a bowling consultant, providing valuable insights into the art of fast bowling. Allan Donald's legacy as one of the greatest fast bowlers of all time is cemented not only by his statistics, but by the impact he had on South African cricket. His aggressive style of play and his ability to bowl under pressure made him a role model for aspiring fast bowlers. He remains a beloved figure in South African sport, with his contribution to the game forever etched in history. As a cricketer who transcended borders and earned respect globally, Donald's legacy is defined by his sheer will to win, his ability to bowl in the most challenging conditions, and his competitive spirit. The legend of White Lightning continues to inspire future generations of cricketers, particularly fast bowlers, to adopt his fearless attitude and commitment to their craft. Conclusion. Allan Donald's career is a story of raw talent, hard work, and an unyielding determination to succeed. From his early years in Bloemfontein to his status as one of the greatest fast bowlers of all time, Donald's journey is one of persistence and passion. His ability to perform under pressure, his lethal pace, and his unmatched skill with the ball have made him an icon in the world of cricket. Allan Donald will forever be remembered as one of the finest cricketers to have played the game, and his place in the annals of cricketing history is firmly assured. Stephen Roger Waugh was born on June 2, 1965, in Canterbury, New South Wales, Australia, alongside his twin brother, Mark Waugh. The twins grew up in a sports-loving family, with both parents encouraging their athletic pursuits. Early on, Steve and Mark displayed exceptional talent in cricket, football, and tennis. Steve attended East Hills Boys High School, where he and Mark honed their cricketing skills. Though both brothers were talented, Steve was known for his grit and determination, qualities that would later define his cricketing career. He made his first-class debut for New South Wales in 1984, showcasing a knack for scoring runs under pressure and contributing with his medium-pace bowling. His early performances hinted at a bright future in the sport. International debut and struggles. Waugh debuted for Australia in 1985, playing his first Test match against India at Melbourne and his first ODI against New Zealand. Though initially considered more of an all-rounder, his early years were marked by inconsistency. From 1985 to 1989, Waugh struggled to cement his place in the Australian team. While he demonstrated flashes of brilliance, he was often overshadowed by more experienced players. Despite his talent, he went 26 Test matches before scoring his maiden century. However, his determination and work ethic helped him persist through these challenging years. Career peak, the rise of a leader. Turning point. The 1989 Ashes. Waugh's career breakthrough came during the 1989 Ashes series in England. He scored an incredible 506 runs at an average of 126.50, including 2 centuries, helping Australia reclaim the Ashes. This series marked Waugh's transformation into one of the most reliable batsmen in world cricket. Leadership and captaincy. Steve Waugh took over as the captain of the Australian Test team in 1999, succeeding Mark Taylor. Under his leadership, Australia embarked on one of the most dominant eras in cricket history. Known for his calm demeanour and tactical acumen, Waugh instilled a winning mentality in his team. The golden streak as captain, Waugh led Australia to a record-breaking 16 consecutive Test victories between 1999 and 2001, a streak that included triumphs against all major cricketing nations. His captaincy style was characterized by mental toughness, innovative strategies, and an emphasis on aggressive cricket. Iconic innings. Waugh's ability to deliver in high-pressure situations was unparalleled. One of his most iconic innings came during the 1999 Cricket World Cup, where his unbeaten 120 against South Africa in a must-win match is often credited as a turning point in Australia's victorious campaign. His 102 not out against England at Sydney in 2003, played under intense scrutiny, is another testament to his resilience and skill. Main achievements. Team success. 1999 Cricket World Cup. Waugh captained Australia to victory in the 1999 ICC Cricket World Cup, defeating Pakistan in the final. His leadership and key performances were instrumental in the team's success. Ashes dominance. Waugh led Australia to multiple Ashes victories, cementing their superiority over England during his tenure. Series wins worldwide. Under his captaincy, Australia achieved series victories in India, West Indies, Pakistan, and South Africa, proving their dominance across conditions. Individual records. Test runs. Waugh scored 10,927 runs in 168 tests, including 32 centuries, making him one of the most prolific batsmen in the history of the game. ODI runs. In ODIs, he amassed 7,569 runs in 325 matches, along with contributing crucial wickets with his medium pace. Awards. Waugh was named Australian Cricketer of the Year multiple times and received the Allan Border Medal in 2001. Legacy. As a captain, Waugh remains one of the most successful Test captains in cricket history, with 41 wins in 57 matches, giving him a win percentage of 71.90%, a record that stands among the best in the game. Challenges and decline. As Waugh's career progressed, age and the grind of international cricket began to take a toll. By the early 2000s, younger players were emerging, and the Australian selectors faced the tough decision of managing a generational transition. Waugh's exclusion from the ODI team in 2002 marked the beginning of the end of his career. Despite criticism, Waugh continued to perform in Test cricket, silencing his doubters with critical innings. Final years and retirement. Steve Waugh played his final Test series in 2003-04, leading Australia in a home series against India. Though the series ended in a draw, Waugh's contributions, both as a batsman and leader, were widely celebrated. He retired after the Sydney Test in January 2004, leaving behind a legacy of excellence and mental toughness. Post-cricket life. Philanthropy. Waugh has been deeply involved in philanthropy since retiring. His Steve Waugh Foundation, established in 2004, focuses on supporting children with rare diseases. His humanitarian efforts, particularly in India, where he has supported various charitable initiatives, have earned him widespread respect. Writing and mentorship. Waugh is an accomplished author, having penned several books, including his autobiography, Out of My Comfort Zone, and travelogues about cricket and life. He has also mentored young cricketers, sharing his knowledge and experiences to inspire the next generation. Honors and recognition. Waugh has received numerous honors, including induction into the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame in 2010 and recognition as one of Australia's greatest sportspeople. Christopher Henry Gale, widely regarded as one of the most destructive batsmen in cricket history, was born on September 21, 1979, in Kingston, Jamaica. Growing up in the tough neighborhoods of Rollington Town, young Chris faced significant challenges but found solace and joy in cricket. His love for the sport was nurtured at the Lucas Cricket Club, an institution that played a pivotal role in shaping his career. Gale often credited Lucas for keeping him away from negative influences and providing him a platform to refine his cricketing skills. His early performances for the Jamaican youth teams showcased his natural talent and power as a batsman. By the age of 19, Gale was selected to play for Jamaica's senior team in the regional tournaments. His imposing presence at the crease, combined with his ability to dominate bowlers, quickly caught the attention of national selectors. International debut and initial struggles. Chris Gayle made his one-day international (ODI) debut for the West Indies on September 11, 1999, against India in Toronto. A year later, he debuted in Test cricket against Zimbabwe in 2000. However, the early years of Gale's career were inconsistent. Despite showing glimpses of his potential, he struggled to deliver match-winning performances consistently. Critics pointed out his lack of temperament for longer formats, but Gale remained undeterred, focused on refining his skills and maturing as a player. Breakthrough and career peak. The turning point in Gale's career came in the early 2000s when he established himself as a cornerstone of the West Indies batting lineup. His breakthrough performances included a series of centuries in both Test and ODI formats. In 2002, Gale became only the fourth player in history to score over 1,000 runs in a calendar year in ODIs. His consistent performances, including 3 centuries in the ICC Champions Trophy, solidified his reputation as a force to be reckoned with. In Test cricket, Gale's aggressive style translated into remarkable innings, including his 317 against South Africa in 2005, making him one of the few cricketers to score a triple century in Test matches. This innings, filled with breathtaking strokes, showcased his ability to adapt his natural aggression to the demands of the longest format of the game. T20 revolution and global stardom. While Gale excelled in Test and ODI cricket, his career reached new heights with the advent of 2020 T20 cricket. His explosive batting style perfectly suited the fast-paced nature of T20 matches, making him one of the most sought-after players in T20 leagues around the world. In the Indian Premier League, IPL, Gale became a household name. Playing for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB, he delivered some of the most iconic performances in IPL history. His 175 off 66 balls against Pune Warriors India in 2013 remains the highest individual score in T20 cricket. Gale's towering sixes and ability to single-handedly change the course of matches earned him the moniker the Universal Boss. Gale's dominance extended to other leagues, including the Caribbean Premier League, CPL, Big Bash League, BBL, and Pakistan Super League, PSL. He became the first cricketer to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, a testament to his longevity and consistency in the shortest format of the game. Main achievements. ODI double century. In the 2015 ICC Cricket World Cup, Gale became the first player to score a double century in a World Cup match, smashing 215 off 147 balls against Zimbabwe. This innings was a masterclass in power hitting and cemented his place among cricket's elite. Test cricket milestones. With over 7,000 runs, including 2 triple centuries, Gale ranks among the finest Test openers for the West Indies. T20 records. Gale holds numerous records in T20 cricket, including the most centuries, 22, and the highest number of sixes across all formats. His ability to dominate bowling attacks remains unparalleled. World T20 champion. Gale played a pivotal role in helping the West Indies win the ICC T20 World Cup in 2012 and 2016, making significant contributions with the bat. Challenges and controversies. Gale's career wasn't without its share of controversies. His outspoken personality and confident demeanor sometimes drew criticism. A notable incident during the 2015 Big Bash League interview, where he made remarks to a reporter, led to widespread backlash. However, Gale's ability to bounce back from such incidents highlighted his resilience. Injuries and age began to affect Gale's performances during the later stages of his career, but his sheer impact on the game ensured he remained a valuable player. Final years and farewell. As Gale entered his late 30s, his international appearances became less frequent. Despite this, he continued to participate in T20 leagues worldwide, showcasing his enduring ability to entertain fans and contribute to his teams. Gale's final years in international cricket were marked by emotional moments. During the 2021 ICC T20 World Cup, he played his last match for the West Indies, receiving a standing ovation from fans and teammates alike. While Gale hasn't officially retired, his focus has shifted to mentoring younger players and promoting cricket globally. Legacy and impact. Chris Gale's influence on cricket, particularly T20 cricket, is unmatched. His ability to revolutionize batting, with an emphasis on aggression and entertainment, has inspired a generation of cricketers. Beyond the records and accolades, Gale's charismatic personality and passion for the game have endeared him to fans worldwide. Off the field, Gale has been involved in charitable activities, supporting causes in Jamaica and across the Caribbean. His contributions to West Indian cricket, both as a player and ambassador, ensure his legacy will endure for years to come. In the words of Chris Gale, "I am the universe boss, and no one can take that away from me." His journey from the streets of Kingston to cricketing immortality epitomizes the spirit of resilience, talent, and an unyielding love for the game. Glenn Donald McGrath was born on February 9, 1970 in Dubbo, New South Wales, Australia. Raised in the small town of Narrogin and later in Narromine, McGrath grew up in a rural setting that nurtured his love for outdoor activities, including cricket. Despite a late start compared to many professional cricketers, McGrath displayed a natural ability to bowl with precision and consistency. His cricketing journey began in local club competitions, where his towering height and athletic frame gave him an advantage as a fast bowler. Spotted by former Australian cricketer Doug Walters during a country training camp, McGrath was encouraged to pursue a professional career. He moved to Sydney to play grade cricket and soon earned a place in the New South Wales (NSW) state team in 1992. His performances for NSW, characterized by unerring accuracy and an ability to exploit even the smallest flaws in batsmen's techniques, fast-tracked him into the national setup. International debut and early years. McGrath made his Test debut for Australia on November 12, 1993, against New Zealand in Perth. A year later, he debuted in one-day internationals, ODIs, against South Africa. In his early years, McGrath was not the express paceman many associated with fast bowling. Instead, his success stemmed from relentless accuracy, subtle seam movement, and the mental fortitude to outthink batsmen. By the mid-1990s, McGrath had become a regular fixture in the Australian team. His defining quality was his ability to consistently bowl a good length and maintain pressure on batsmen over extended spells. His partnership with fellow bowlers Shane Warne and Jason Gillespie turned the Australian attack into one of the most feared units in world cricket. Career peak and dominance. The late 1990s and early 2000s marked the peak of McGrath's career. He played a pivotal role in Australia's dominance of world cricket, contributing significantly to their victories in both Test and ODI formats. One of his most iconic performances came during the 1997 Ashes series in England, where McGrath claimed 36 wickets at an average of 19.47, including a memorable spell of 838 at Lord's. His ability to dominate England's batsmen throughout his career earned him a reputation as one of the greatest Ashes bowlers of all time. In ODIs, McGrath was instrumental in Australia's back-to-back ICC Cricket World Cup triumphs in 1999 and 2003. His economical bowling and knack for delivering breakthroughs at critical moments made him invaluable in limited overs cricket. Main achievements: highest Test wicket-taking pacer at retirement. At the time of his retirement, McGrath held the record for the most Test wickets by a fast bowler, with 563 scalps in 124 matches at an average of 21.64. World Cup legend. McGrath is the highest wicket-taker in ICC Cricket World Cup history, with 71 wickets, including a record-breaking spell of 715 against Namibia in 2003. Partnership with Shane Warne. McGrath and Warne shared over 1,000 Test wickets, forming one of the most successful bowling partnerships in cricket history. Ashes dominance. McGrath's record in the Ashes included 157 wickets at an average of 20.92, solidifying his legacy as an English batsman's nemesis. McGrath's ability to deliver in high-pressure situations was epitomized in the 2007 Cricket World Cup, his final international tournament. He was the tournament's leading wicket-taker, helping Australia secure their third consecutive World Cup title and earning himself the Player of the Tournament award. Challenges and resilience. McGrath's career wasn't without its challenges. He suffered several injuries, including stress fractures in his back, which threatened to derail his playing days. However, his rigorous fitness regimen and mental toughness allowed him to bounce back stronger every time. Off the field, McGrath faced personal struggles, particularly when his first wife, Jane McGrath, was diagnosed with breast cancer. The couple's journey inspired millions, and they established the McGrath Foundation to support breast cancer awareness and funding. Final years and retirement. McGrath's final years in cricket were as remarkable as his prime. Despite being in his mid-30s, he maintained his effectiveness, continuing to trouble the best batsmen in the world. He announced his retirement from Test cricket during the 2006-07 Ashes series, bowing out on a high note with a 5-0 whitewash over England. McGrath retired from all forms of cricket after Australia's victory in the 2007 Cricket World Cup, ending his career as one of the most decorated fast bowlers in history. Legacy and contributions beyond cricket. Glenn McGrath's legacy extends beyond his on-field achievements. As one of cricket's greatest fast bowlers, he redefined the role of pace bowling with his emphasis on accuracy, discipline, and tactical intelligence. Post-retirement, McGrath has remained active in the cricketing world, serving as a mentor for young bowlers and as a commentator. His contributions to the McGrath Foundation have also left an indelible mark, raising millions of dollars to support breast cancer patients and their families. In recognition of his contributions to cricket and society, McGrath has received numerous honors, including induction into the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame in 2013 and being named an Officer of the Order of Australia. Conclusion. Glenn McGrath's journey from a small-town boy to one of cricket's most iconic players is a story of perseverance, hard work, and an unyielding passion for the game. His remarkable career, characterized by records and memorable performances, will forever be etched in cricket history. Off the field, his humanitarian work continues to inspire, ensuring his legacy goes far beyond the boundary ropes. Sunil Manohar Gavaskar, widely regarded as one of the greatest opening batsmen in cricket history, was born on July 10, 1949, in Bombay, now Mumbai, India. Gavaskar hailed from a family with a deep connection to sports, especially cricket. His uncle, Madhav Mantri, was a former wicket-keeper for India and one of his earliest influences. From an early age, Gavaskar displayed an extraordinary talent for batting. He attended St. Xavier's High School, where his cricketing prowess caught the attention of coaches and peers alike. Gavaskar's ability to play long, patient innings was evident even in his school days, earning him accolades and setting the stage for a legendary career. He progressed through the ranks of Mumbai's robust cricketing system, excelling in domestic tournaments like the Harris Shield and inter-school cricket competitions. Gavaskar's performances in the Ranji Trophy for Mumbai further cemented his reputation as a precocious talent ready for the international stage. International debut and early years. Sunil Gavaskar made his Test debut on March 6, 1971, against the mighty West Indies in Port of Spain. In his debut series, Gavaskar announced himself to the cricketing world in grand fashion, scoring an astonishing 774 runs in just 4 matches, including 4 centuries. His contributions were instrumental in India securing their first-ever Test series win against the West Indies. Gavaskar's impeccable technique, ability to counter pace and spin, and unparalleled concentration made him a formidable opponent. His mastery of the straight drive, cut shot, and hook became hallmarks of his batting. Career peak. The 1970s and early 1980s marked the peak of Gavaskar's career. As India's premier opening batsman, he faced the most fearsome bowling attacks of the era, including the West Indies' quartet of fast bowlers and Australia's fiery pacemen. Prolific run scorer. By the late 1970s, Gavaskar had established himself as one of the finest Test batsmen. His remarkable consistency saw him score centuries against every major cricketing nation, often under difficult conditions. He was the first batsman to score 10,000 runs in Test cricket, achieving the milestone in 1987, and ended his career with 10,122 runs at an average of 51.12. Historic 1983-84. Series 1 of Gavaskar's most memorable innings came against the West Indies in 1983 at Chennai, where he scored 236 not out, his highest Test score. This knock showcased his patience, resilience, and technical brilliance against a world-class bowling attack. Success in limited overs cricket. Although Gavaskar was primarily known for his Test exploits, he also played an essential role in India's rise in one-day internationals, ODIs. He was part of the Indian team that famously won the 1983 Cricket World Cup, though his contributions in the tournament were modest. Main achievements: breaking records. Gavaskar broke Sir Donald Bradman's long-standing record of 29 Test centuries, becoming the first player to score 30 Test hundreds. First to 10,000 runs. Gavaskar was the first cricketer to reach the milestone of 10,000 Test runs, a record that stood as a benchmark for batting greatness. Captaincy: Gavaskar captained India in 47 Tests and 37 ODIs, leading the team to some memorable victories, including the 1985 World Championship of Cricket in Australia. Consistency across formats. His adaptability made him a vital player across formats, scoring 3,092 runs in ODIs, including a career-best 103 not out in the 1987 World Cup. Player of the Series. Gavaskar's performances in series against the West Indies, Australia, and Pakistan earned him several Player of the Series awards. Challenges and resilience. Gavaskar's career was not without challenges. He often bore the brunt of India's weak middle order, requiring him to bat with extra caution and responsibility. His defensive approach in ODIs occasionally drew criticism, especially during the 1975 Cricket World Cup, where he famously scored 36 not out off 174 balls in a game against England. As captain, Gavaskar faced criticism for his conservative tactics, which were seen as overly defensive at times. Despite these challenges, his ability to lead by example and his unwavering focus earned him immense respect in the cricketing world. Final years and retirement. Sunil Gavaskar retired from international cricket in 1987 after the World Cup. His final Test innings came against Pakistan in Bangalore, where he scored a valiant 96 on a turning track, narrowly missing out on a century. Post-retirement, Gavaskar's legacy as one of the all-time greats of cricket was firmly established. His contributions to Indian cricket went beyond just runs and records. He was a pioneer who brought professionalism, fitness, and self-belief to the Indian team. Post-cricket life. Cricket commentator and analyst. After retiring, Gavaskar transitioned into a successful career as a cricket commentator and columnist. His insightful analysis and articulate commentary earned him a global audience. His involvement in cricket broadcasting spanned decades, making him one of the most respected voices in the game. Administrator and mentor. Gavaskar also played an essential role in cricket administration, serving as an advisor to the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI. He was instrumental in shaping India's domestic cricket structure and nurturing young talent. Philanthropy and recognition. Sunil Gavaskar's contributions to cricket earned him numerous accolades, including the Padma Shri in 1980 and the Padma Bhushan in 1984, two of India's highest civilian awards. He was inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame in 2009, a testament to his impact on the game. Legacy. Sunil Gavaskar is widely regarded as a trailblazer who redefined batting in Test cricket. His technique, temperament, and consistency set new standards for opening batsmen. As India's first cricketing superstar, he inspired generations of players to dream big and aim higher. Known as the Little Master, Gavaskar's influence extended beyond cricket, embodying the spirit of dedication, resilience, and excellence. His legacy continues to inspire cricketers and fans worldwide, making him a revered figure in the history of the sport. Ricky Thomas Ponting, one of the greatest cricketers in history, was born on December 19, 1974, in Launceston, Tasmania, Australia. Coming from a family with a love for sports, Ponting was introduced to cricket at a very young age. His father, Graham Ponting, was a good club cricketer, and his uncle, Greg Campbell, played Test cricket for Australia. Ponting's talent was evident early on. By the age of 11, he was playing competitive cricket and excelling. His natural ability with the bat, combined with a fierce competitive spirit, set him apart from his peers. He attended Mowbray Primary School and later Brooks High School, where he balanced academics with his growing passion for cricket. At 17, Ponting made his debut for Tasmania in the Sheffield Shield, becoming the youngest player to represent the state. His performances in domestic cricket quickly earned him recognition as a potential future star for Australia. International debut and early struggles. Ponting made his one-day international (ODI) debut on February 15, 1995, against South Africa in Wellington. Just days later, on December 8, 1995, he earned his Test debut against Sri Lanka in Perth. Ponting's initial outings showcased his prodigious talent, but inconsistency and disciplinary issues marked the early years of his career. Despite occasional struggles, Ponting's aggressive stroke play, particularly his pull and hook shots, demonstrated his immense potential. By the late 1990s, he cemented his place in both the Test and ODI sides, becoming a key member of the Australian team. Career peak. The golden era of Australian cricket ascension to captaincy. Ricky Ponting's career reached its zenith when he took over as Australia's ODI captain in 2002 and became the Test captain in 2004, succeeding Steve Waugh. Under his leadership, Australia entered a golden era, dominating world cricket across formats. Prolific batsman. Ponting's batting was characterized by a perfect blend of aggression and technical precision. He was equally comfortable facing pace and spin, making him a nightmare for bowlers worldwide. His ability to adapt to different conditions and situations was unmatched. Ponting scored runs at an incredible consistency during this period. Between 2002 and 2007, he averaged over 60 in Test cricket, with multiple centuries against all major cricketing nations. Memorable innings. Ponting's iconic 140 not out in the 2003 World Cup final against India remains one of the finest performances in ODI history. In Test cricket, his 257 against India in Melbourne in 2003 and his back-to-back centuries in the 2005 Ashes were standout innings that showcased his class and temperament. Main achievements. Team success. As captain, Ponting led Australia to unparalleled heights. 2 ICC Cricket World Cup wins, 2003 and 2007. Ponting remains the only captain to lead his team to consecutive World Cup victories. Under his leadership, Australia went undefeated in both tournaments. Test dominance. Ponting led Australia to a record 16 consecutive Test victories from 2005 to 2008. 2006, 07 Ashes whitewash. Ponting's leadership was instrumental in Australia's 5-0 demolition of England, regaining the Ashes in emphatic fashion. Individual records. Second highest run scorer in Test cricket. Ponting amassed 13,378 runs in Test cricket at an average of 51.85, including 41 centuries. One-day international success. Ponting scored 13,704 runs in ODIs, with 30 centuries and a batting average of 42.03. Most wins as captain. Ponting is the most successful captain in cricket history, with 48 Test victories and 165 ODI wins under his leadership. Awards and accolades. Ponting was named ICC Player of the Year in 2006 and 2007, and he won the ICC Test Player of the Year in 2006. His contributions to cricket earned him induction into the ICC Hall of Fame in 2018. Challenges and decline. Despite his immense success, Ponting faced challenges, particularly in the latter stages of his career. Ashes defeats. Ponting's captaincy was marred by 3 Ashes series defeats in 2005, 2009, and 2010-11, which tarnished his otherwise stellar record. Injuries and form. Slumps. As age caught up with him, Ponting struggled with injuries and inconsistent form, especially against top-quality bowling attacks. In 2011, Ponting stepped down as captain but continued playing as a batsman to support the team's transition. Final years and retirement. Ponting retired from ODIs after the 2012 CB Series and played his final Test in December 2012 against South Africa in Perth. He bid farewell as one of cricket's greatest batsmen, leaving behind a legacy of unparalleled success. In his final years, Ponting returned to domestic cricket, representing Tasmania and the Hobart Hurricanes in the Big Bash League, where he showcased his passion for the game until the end. Post-cricket life commentary and coaching. After retirement, Ponting became a prominent cricket commentator and analyst, bringing his deep knowledge of the game to fans worldwide. His insights, particularly on batting and leadership, were widely respected. Ponting also ventured into coaching, taking roles with various T20 franchises, including the Delhi Capitals in the Indian Premier League, IPL, where he nurtured young talent and shared his vast experience. Philanthropy and personal life. Ponting has been actively involved in philanthropic activities, particularly through the Ponting Foundation, which supports children battling cancer. Ponting is married to Rihanna Cantor, and the couple has 3 children. His family remains a pillar of support in his post-cricket endeavors. Virender Sehwag was born on October 20, 1978, in Najafgarh, Delhi, India, to a farming family. The youngest of 4 siblings, Sehwag grew up in a modest household where cricket was more a passion than a profession. His parents, particularly his father, supported his love for the game despite limited resources. Sehwag's cricketing journey began with local tournaments in Delhi, where his fearless approach with the bat quickly drew attention. His aggressive stroke play, honed on the dusty pitches of Najafgarh, became a hallmark of his game. Encouraged by his family, he joined a local cricket academy and soon made his way into Delhi's domestic cricket scene. Sehwag's ability to dominate bowlers and score at a rapid pace earned him a spot in the Delhi Ranji Trophy team in 1997-98, where he made an immediate impact with his attacking batting style. His performances in domestic cricket paved the way for his selection in the Indian national team. International debut and early years. Virender Sehwag made his ODI debut against Pakistan in April 1999 in Mohali. Although his debut innings was unimpressive, his potential was evident. He got another chance in 2001 against Sri Lanka, where he scored his maiden ODI century, a blazing 100 off 69 balls, announcing himself as a force to be reckoned with. Sehwag made his Test debut in November 2001 against South Africa at Bloemfontein. Batting at number 6, he scored an impressive 105, showcasing his ability to succeed in the longest format. This innings marked the beginning of a remarkable Test career peak. The rise of the Sultan of Multan. Transforming the role of an opener, Sehwag was promoted to open the innings in Test cricket, a move that revolutionized Indian cricket. He brought an unprecedented level of aggression to the opening slot, often dismantling bowling attacks with his audacious stroke play. The triple century man. 309 vs Pakistan, Multan, 2004. Sehwag became the first Indian batsman to score a triple century in Test cricket. His iconic knock of 309 against Pakistan in Multan earned him the nickname, the Sultan of Multan. 319 vs South Africa, Chennai, 2008. Sehwag scored his second triple century, the fastest in Test history, off just 278 balls, reaffirming his status as one of the most destructive batsmen in the game. World Cup glory. In ODIs, Sehwag was equally dominant. He played a pivotal role in India's victorious campaign in the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup, scoring a swashbuckling 175 against Bangladesh in the opening match. His explosive starts provided India with momentum throughout the tournament. Main achievements. International records. Sehwag scored 8,586 runs in 104 Test matches at an average of 49.34, including 23 centuries and 2 triple centuries. In ODIs, he amassed 8,173 runs in 251 matches, with a strike rate of 104.33, including 15 centuries. He became the second Indian to score a double century in ODIs, smashing 219 against the West Indies in 2011, the second highest individual score in ODI history at the time. Notable accolades. ICC Test Player of the Year, 2010. Holds the record for the fastest triple century in Test cricket. One of the few players to have scored more than 7,500 runs in both Tests and ODIs. Impact on Indian cricket. Sehwag's fearless batting transformed India's approach to the game. His ability to dominate bowlers in both Tests and ODIs provided a psychological edge to the Indian team, especially during away tours. Challenges and setbacks. Inconsistent form. While Sehwag's aggressive style brought great success, it also made him prone to inconsistency. His form began to wane in the latter part of his career, leading to questions about his place in the team. Injuries. Frequent injuries, particularly to his shoulder, impacted his performance and availability. Despite these setbacks, Sehwag continued to play with his characteristic flair. Decline in form. Sehwag's inability to adapt to changing conditions and bowling strategies saw him struggle during his final years in international cricket. His last Test century came in 2012 against England, and he was eventually dropped from the national team in 2013. Final years and retirement. After being left out of the national team, Sehwag continued to play domestic cricket and the Indian Premier League (IPL), representing teams like Delhi Daredevils and Kings of Punjab. However, his performances failed to match his earlier exploits. In October 2015, Sehwag announced his retirement from all forms of international cricket. Reflecting on his journey, he expressed gratitude for the opportunity to represent India and thanked his fans for their unwavering support. Life beyond cricket. Commentary and analysis. Post-retirement, Sehwag transitioned into a successful career as a cricket commentator and analyst. Known for his witty one-liners and sharp insights, he became a popular figure in the commentary box and on social media. Coaching and mentorship. Sehwag took up coaching roles, including serving as the head coach and mentor for Kings of Punjab in the IPL. His experience and aggressive mindset made him a valuable mentor for young cricketers. Philanthropy. Sehwag established the Virender Sehwag Foundation to support underprivileged children in education and sports. He also runs the Sehwag International School in Haryana, focusing on nurturing young talent. Adam Craig Gilchrist, born on November 14, 1971, in Burradu, New South Wales, Australia, is widely regarded as one of the greatest wicketkeepers and one of the most destructive batsmen in the history of cricket. Growing up in a sporting family, with his father being an avid cricketer, Gilchrist developed an interest in sports early. However, it was cricket that captivated his attention, and he began playing the sport at an early age. He played his early cricket at the Boral District Cricket Club, and by his teenage years, he had developed into an exceptional talent. Gilchrist's initial foray into competitive cricket came through his performances at Piper's Crossing School and later at Boral High School, where he played alongside future Australian cricketer Michael Clarke. His impressive school cricket performances earned him a place in New South Wales's junior teams, and it wasn't long before he was noticed by national selectors. A talented wicketkeeper and hard-hitting left-handed batsman, Gilchrist's natural talent began to shine as he rose through the ranks in Australian domestic cricket. He began his first-class career with Western Australia and played for the Australian under-19 team, gaining a reputation as an outstanding wicketkeeper and an explosive batsman. Gilchrist's performances for Western Australia were impressive enough for him to be considered for selection to the Australian national team, but it was his exceptional batting that ultimately set him apart and made him a future star. Breakthrough and international debut. Gilchrist's international debut came in 1996, when he was selected as the Australian team's wicketkeeper batsman for their one-day international ODI squad. However, it wasn't until the 1999 Cricket World Cup that Gilchrist truly announced himself on the world stage. While he had already earned a place in the team, it was his performance in that tournament that solidified his reputation as one of the most dynamic and dangerous players in world cricket. Gilchrist's Test debut came in 1999 against Pakistan, but it was the 2000s that saw him truly establish himself as one of the greats of Australian cricket. After Ian Healy's retirement from international cricket in 1999, Gilchrist took over the wicket-keeping gloves and the role of an attacking middle-order batsman for Australia, becoming an integral part of the team's success. The career peak, dominating world cricket. 2000, Oz 2007, a new era of wicket-keeping and batting. The 2000s marked the peak of Gilchrist's career as he helped revolutionize the role of the wicket-keeper batsman in Test cricket. Known for his aggressive batting style and ability to score quickly, Gilchrist changed the expectations of what a wicketkeeper could do. His attacking mindset allowed him to play fast-paced innings in the middle order, often swinging the momentum of the match in Australia's favour. He was particularly renowned for his ability to hit boundaries with ease, making him one of the most feared batsmen in world cricket during his peak years. One of his defining characteristics was his ability to seamlessly integrate his role as a wicketkeeper with his role as a dynamic batsman. Gilchrist's fast-paced batting was complemented by his remarkable wicket-keeping skills, which included quick reflexes, exceptional glovesmanship, and the ability to perform under pressure. His peak years in international cricket were marked by several key milestones. 1. 2001-2007. Gilchrist's dominance in world cricket. Gilchrist's career truly reached its zenith in the early 2000s when Australia was at its dominant best, being the #1 cricket team in the world. His aggressive batting helped Australia win a series of victories, including in the 2001 Ashes series, where he played a key role in securing the series win for Australia. 2. 2003. Cricket World Cup, the apex of his ODI career. Gilchrist's performance in the 2003 Cricket World Cup was one of the defining moments of his career. He was one of Australia's standout performers, providing vital contributions with the bat throughout the tournament. His explosive and aggressive approach in the final against India helped Australia win the World Cup for the third time. And it cemented his status as one of the best wicketkeeper batsmen in the world. Throughout his career, Gilchrist's batting average in ODIs remained consistently high, and his ability to accelerate the scoring rate made him a key player for Australia in limited overs cricket. He became renowned for his ability to take control of the game with his batting, often leaving the opposition defence in tatters with his fast, powerful strokes. His record of 17 centuries in ODIs was a testament to his ability to turn matches with his attacking play. 3. 2006-2007 Ashes and the 2007 World Cup. Gilchrist's achievements reached their peak in 2006-2007, when he played a pivotal role in Australia's historic Ashes victory against England, a series in which Australia regained the Ashes after an absence of several years. He followed this with his performance in the 2007 Cricket World Cup, where Australia retained their World Cup title. Gilchrist's performance in the final, where he scored a blistering 149 runs off 104 balls against Sri Lanka, is one of the most memorable innings in World Cup history. Gilchrist's contributions in Test cricket were equally impressive. By 2007, he had scored 5,000 runs in Tests, and his batting average in both formats remained among the highest for a wicketkeeper. His most notable achievement came in 2006, when he became the first wicketkeeper in history to score 100 career Test matches with more than 1,000 dismissals, a remarkable feat that demonstrated both his batting prowess and his consistency behind the stumps. Main achievements: 2003 Cricket World Cup victory. Gilchrist played a central role in Australia's win, showcasing his attacking style of batting and providing a solid foundation in key matches. World record for ODI centuries. Gilchrist's consistency with the bat earned him a place as one of the most prolific ODI centurions of his generation, with 17 centuries in the format. Test cricket excellence. Gilchrist scored over 5,000 runs in Tests, with an average of 47.60. His destructive batting and exceptional wicketkeeping made him one of Australia's most valuable players during his career. Ashes hero. Gilchrist played a central role in Australia's dominant Ashes campaigns, including the historic series victories of 2001 and 2006-2007. Final years: retirement and legacy. 2010-2013, the retirement and the end of an era. Adam Gilchrist retired from Test cricket in 2008, after a highly successful career. His final series, an Ashes contest against England, was marked by a few memorable performances, including his final Test match, in which he contributed a valuable knock with the bat and behind the stumps. His retirement from ODI cricket came after the 2011 World Cup, where Australia was defeated by India in the quarter-finals. Despite his departure from international cricket, Gilchrist continued to play in domestic cricket, including the Indian Premier League, IPL, where he captained the Deccan Chargers and led them to victory in 2009. He retired from IPL after the 2013 season, bringing his illustrious career to a close.